None of the world's major economies, including the entire G20, have a climate plan that meets their obligations under the 2015 Paris Agreement, according to an analysis published Wednesday, despite scientists warning that deep cuts to greenhouse gas emissions are needed now.
This post received a score of 3,200, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The Paris Agreement from day one was 100% non-binding. It was signed onto by nations so that their political leaders could pat themselves on the back and say, "Look at what I am doing about climate change." Which made the fiasco of Trump backing out of an agreement that again was completely meaningless even more sad.
I feel for the people who thought world leaders actually gave a shit when it was signed. A piece of paper was signed to acknowledge climate change, that was it.
I'm definitely one of those people. I was 15 at the time, just learning about climate change and politics with the help of some supportive, engaging teachers. Watching the snowball get larger and larger as it tumbles down the hill is no fun at all.
They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother.
Gramsci all over the place.
You know what's funnier? The total cost for society would be less important if we basically strong-armed the whole world to be greenhouse gas neutral within a few years, ignoring the moral issue of not letting poorer countries develop through pollution, rather than following the current trajectory. It's not even close. But today profit greater than tomorrow profit to our mind. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. Our credit score is crashing into negative here.
In other words, we're fucked. But you already knew that, didn't you, winking face?
I'm just here for the ride.
Do you want to know how binding the 2015 Paris Agreement is? It's not.
What realistic carbon-catching technology do we have other than growing trees? I don't think carbon output is going to slow down until like 2040.
Nuclear power built to 1980s specifications, $2 billion for 1 gigawatt and 5 years construction time, similar to current Chinese price and timelines. At that price, the G20 could easily afford 1,000 to 2,000 to decarbonize the world and power atmospheric carbon capture devices. In addition, burying biomass instead of burning it will also help.
Unfortunately, the green movement in the West demonized nuclear power. Sometimes I wonder if they want to keep a global warming threat in place, just to use fear in exchange for political power.
To be fair, the green movement in the West has been largely captured by corporations and finance.
Green movements have been against nuclear power since before anyone cared what they thought.
NIMBYs do what they can to prevent nuclear power too. There are just too many obstacles to building nuke plants. We should build out whatever capacity we can roll out the fastest. That's going to be solar and wind most of the time.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.